Good morning, dear students. Thank you, all of you, for being here. This is Mr. Maurice, and I'm pretty happy to start a new class with you. Well, for today class, we have, it's just one objective. Again, we are going to refresh our mind to review again how to use or how to work with the adverbs of frequency. Yes, the adverbs of frequency. Remember those words that help us to denotate how many times we do a certain activity. For example, adverbs of frequency are always, usually, often, sometimes, seldom, rarely, never. So these are the adverbs of frequency. Yes, today we are going to review it again because in the one we were with, they are exercises based on the adverbs of frequency. So it's a good idea to practice again the adverbs of frequency. Okay, so for a better understanding, please let me share my screen. There we go. So it's time to practice the adverbs of frequency. These are the adverbs of frequency that I mentioned before in this video. Words such as always, usually, often, sometimes, seldom, rarely, and never. Okay, so we have an example on this first slide. It says, they always drink tea with lunch. Over here, we have an adverb of frequency. Always means siempre. They always drink tea with lunch, okay? So we use the adverb of frequency, as I said before, to denotate how often we do a certain activity. And the activity in this sentence is drink tea with lunch. Drink, we already know, means beber té con el almuerzo. Entonces, aquí denotamos cuántas veces o con qué frecuencia hacemos esta actividad. Drink tea with lunch. So we use the adverb of frequency always, and we said they always drink tea with lunch. Okay, so let's see more examples about this. Okay, so the words in blue color, las palabras en color azul, they are the adverbs of frequency. As you can see, we have 100% is the adverbs of frequency always. Mary always eat lunch at school. The second one is usually with 90 or 99%. Mary usually eats lunch at school. Then we continue with the word often is 75 to 90%. Josh often eats hamburgers. And in the letter D, we have with 25% to 75% the word or the adverb of frequency, sometimes. Tia sometimes eats lunch at school. Then in the letter E with 5 and 10%, we have the adverb of frequency, seldom. Tia seldom eats lunch at school. And then let's move to the letter F with 1% to 10%. The adverb of frequency, rarely. Eva rarely washes her car. And the letter G is 0%, is the adverb of frequency, never, never. Jane never goes to the zoo. Okay, so in these exercises, we have some adverbs of frequency. They are always, see this word here, always, usually, often, sometimes, seldom, rarely, and never. These are the adverbs of frequency. So let's continue. So in this exercise, we're going to practice. As you can see, we have a schedule. Schedule means horario, horario. In this schedule, we have the days of a week. Number one, we have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So as you can see, we have the check mark. The check mark is in every single day. So that means we need to use one average of frequency from this box to complete the activity regarding the schedule. In this case, the correct is always. Why always? Because it's every day, okay? Talia always feeds her dog. Let's move on. Okay, and this is different. Look at the schedule. Observen el horario. El visto ya no está en todos los días, solamente está en los sábados. Si es solo un día, tengo que elegir un adverbio de frecuencia que denote y me ayude, en este caso, perdón, a denotar con qué frecuencia veo televisión, o en este caso, Yara. Entonces, como hay solamente un día, el apropiado es seldom. Seldom. Yara seldom watches TV. Let's move on. Okay, let's check again on the schedule. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday. They have a day off in the Friday. So we said the correct average of frequency is usually, you see, look, usually cooks dinner. Let's move on to the another exercise. Let's take a look the schedule. So Sundays, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So what might be the correct average of frequency? Sometimes, okay? Moses sometimes cooks dinner. Good. Okay, so when we work with the average of frequency, it's quite important to work with the verb to be. Please give me a minute. Okay. Algo importante al trabajar con los adverbios de frecuencia es formular una pregunta. Esta pregunta comúnmente la hacemos con la palabra how often, la que ustedes ven aquí, how often. How often significa con qué frecuencia o cuán a menudo. Tenemos aquí la pregunta, la estructura de una pregunta, la cual ya hemos trabajado durante este año. Do you drink coffee? Entonces yo antepongo estas dos palabras. How often do you drink coffee? ¿Cuán a menudo o con qué frecuencia bebes café? How often do you drink coffee? Entonces, este tipo de preguntas nos da la posibilidad de utilizar un adverbio de frecuencia. En este caso, they said every morning, or we can say, I always drink coffee in the lunch. Okay? So, it said, so you always drink tea. ¿Tú siempre bebes café? Entonces la otra chica le dice, sí, siempre. It says the word always. Okay? So, I think that's it. This is the explanation for today class. I'm going to send some exercises about the average of frequency. It's going to be pretty easy. You'll understand easily. And I'm going to explain it in the chat room. And remember, please, questions, ideas, complaints, anything you need to know about today's activity, please send a private message. Okay? Enviar, por favor, un mensaje privado, no congestionemos los grupos. That's it for today, dear students. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next class. Goodbye.